How are we keeping, guys? David here from Doc Fitness, and this one is just going to run through part 4 of the shoulder shape series and kind of where do you progress to next after you've kind of covered your main, let's say, compound moves. And these are basically what are called accessory moves or isolation moves, just to kind of add a bit of extra volume to the shoulders, because volume is what's going to build that muscle tone. And that's basically that. So let's get into it. And at the very end as well, I will show you kind of how much you kind of need to do across the week just to get the most out of your, let's say, shoulder shape and definition, if you like. So the first one is a lateral raise, and for this one I'm going to get Kate into a slight little hinge position. And Kate's going to basically kind of lead with her elbow. So she's going to have a slight bend in her arm, and she's kind of going to lead out with her elbow roughly in line with her shoulder. And she's actually, if you're thinking about it, you're lifting the weights nearly with your elbow. So what that looks like then is you're in a small little hinge, you're coming out and you're trying to feel the work happening on the kind of the top of your shoulder here, if you like. And that's why we're starting super light with these. If you can kind of keep your fingers, let's say, parallel with the floor or in line with the roof, if you like, not to be having your hand in some weird awkward way. So if you have your hand more like that and you're kind of pushing up with your elbow as you're coming up, you should feel a little bit more there. But for this one, if you feel like your shoulder getting tight or pinched or like that, you're probably best to avoid these for now until you have kind of the watchful eye of a coach to see how you're getting on. But again, if they're too easy over time, slowly but surely you can start adding weight to that to make it harder. Second one is a face pull for basically the back of your shoulders, if you like. For this one we're using a cable machine. You can use a TRX if you have them in your gym as well. But for this one, basically your thumbs are pulling like you're dissecting your face, and you're keeping your elbows nice and high as well here. And you're going to be feeling it kind of all in the upper back region, and nice control movements. So you're coming out, contracting, and then back in slow and controlled. Right. Last one is called a rear Delt Fly. You can see Kate just getting in a deep hinge position here first. And look at the way our hands are keeping the same position here throughout. Slight little bend in the elbow again, and you're flying back with the elbows here again. So where you should be feeling it is again all in that upper back, almost like you're trying to bring your shoulder blades slightly together. Again, nice simple control movement. When you come up, feel the contraction, say hard in here, and try not to be kind of pull your hands back a bit, Kate. You don't want to be kind of winging back like that with it. Again, keep the elbow and shoulder, we'll say, all in one line out along that arm, and feel that contraction there, you'll be fine. We'll get her talking someday.
No, you won't.
So the last few series we've showed you all the main pressing movements, and they're like your main, let's say, big bang basic compounds that you want to be getting in. Like that's like your bread and butter of it all, and that could be, if you like, 70% of it. Like this isolation stuff is like the extra 30% if you want to get a bit more from it. So if you look at your pressing, right, you could be looking at it roughly once or twice a week. It all depends on your schedule, your context, and everything else. But you could be working in 3 to 5 sets, depending on the week you're doing, between the 6 to 10 rep range. And I'd be really focusing on trying to progress those, like more weight over time, more reps over time. And then if you've time and your, let's say, weekly schedule allows it, that's where you can add in your isolation stuff. And again, of course, if you want to add more shape and definition to your shoulders, this could be anywhere from once a week, twice a week, or 3 times a week, all right? Because your body can recover a lot quicker from isolation stuff. And again, 3 to 5 sets per movement in the 8 to 15 rep range, just a higher rep range here because it's easier to get more volume in here with these as well. And again, like you could have, you say up here, you could have 2 main pressing movements across the week, and you could have the dumbbell lateral raise in there once a week for 3 to 5 sets of 8 to 15 reps in there. And that's basically how you would program that going forward. But look, hopefully there was something you could take away of the whole series. If you have any questions in relation to any shoulder kind of training stuff, shoot us a quick message or leave a comment on this. I've tried to make it as easy as I can to break it down. And yeah, hopefully it was helpful. Chat to you soon.